iPhone, which usually connects to my streaming device, wouldn't work. But all else fails, you just turn it on and off and it seems to start again, doesn't it? But welcome along to my Wednesday Live. And I'm just going to do something quick and fun with your designer series paper. It is always fantastic to have lots of different ideas to do with your paper and leftovers or any other extra bits that you might have left. So I'm going to flip over to the desk and we are going to get started. Right. Okay. So, oops, just make sure we're nice and straight here. And we are going to be using, now I don't get this out very often, I must admit, the scoreboard, but this is absolutely perfect for what we're going to be doing today. So, I am going to be using this paper here, and this is called Dry Brushed Metallic 12 by 12 paper, and it is beautiful, absolutely stunning. So, I've cut this piece here, it's about 1 and, actually I'll tell you, about 1 3/4. And I'm going to just pop it in here and use this wee tool that comes with the stylus, and you've got one ball that's a bit smaller than the other ball. And I'm just going to do this every 1/8. So super easy. Like I say, I don't know why I don't have this, use this more often. But I'm just going to run the stylus down every 1/8 of an inch. Oops, sorry about my bracelet there, making all that noise. So I hope everyone is well. Oops. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're there, say hi. It's always nice to know that I'm talking to somebody. Just make sure that I'm straight on there. As you can see, it doesn't, as I say, it doesn't take very long. And probably should have pre-done some. There we go. Okay. So what has everyone been crafting, making? Anything exciting? Okay, so that should be absolutely fine. Now we're just going to grab that. Has anyone used this beautiful paper for any project? Let me know what you've used it for. Okay, so another little trick I'm going to show you after this is making the most of your dies. Sometimes you have a die, or you have lots of dies, and it isn't quite the size that you want, and you want to make it just that little bit bigger. So we're going to do that. Hear that plane going over. Hi, Jenny. There's a bit of an echo. Oh, is there? Hang on. Is that better? I don't know why there should be an echo, but is that better? Has that cured it? Gosh, the last thing you want to do is hear an echo. Right. Yes, all gone. Oh gosh, I wonder what that was all about. Maybe it's the same thing as why my camera wouldn't work. Right. I tell you, it's and everyone that does lives will tell you the same, is that no matter how many times you've done it and you think you've got a handle on it and you know it's all works well and everything, you've got it all sussed, it never works out that way, because it always seems to, something will go wrong the next time you do it. So yep. You just got to always be prepared for the, that's it there, that's it. So I'm just concertinaing this. I think that's how you say it, concertinaing. And there you go. Hi Gina, oh lovely to have you here. I had an echo before apparently, hopefully that's all gone. Okay, so I am going to now use this beautiful new boho embossing folder, which is only available at the moment when you join, so only to the end of this month. Right, I have got this die here and I am wanting to make a longer stitched rectangle than I've got. So I'm going to show you a little thing you can do. I'm good, thank you, Gina. I'm hoping that Mother Nature has given up on being mean to us now with floods, cyclones, and there was even an earthquake. Let me do that here so you can see. So yes, desperately hoping that that's it for us now. We've had a few days of sun, which is so nice. Now there's a little trick with these embossing mini cut and emboss machines. When you're going to run them through your machine, you need to make a little M. So the one in the middle, which is this number 2 sheet, number 2, you put in a little bit so it forms what they call an M, and then this one goes a little bit ahead. Yes, absolutely terrible, horrible natural events. Honestly, it's just been unbelievable, really, that all this, you know, it's, yeah, one thing after the other. It's just so many. I mean, we're fairly blessed. Well, we haven't lost our home or anything like that, so very blessed, really. There's some people that are much worse off than us. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do to extend that is I'm going to, take that bit out of the middle first. Line that up. So I'm going to line that up level with, and you can actually normally feel when it sits into that groove of the other one. And I'm going to elongate this rectangle by doing that. So once again making the little M or W, I suppose. And I'll make sure I've got that straight. A little bit, just a little bit of washi tape there. We've had some slips or landslides on our place, but not as bad as some people. The roads mainly in and out of our area were the things that were quite devastated, and my town, Puhoi, where I live, quite a lot of that got flooded. But we went down to the pub on the weekend and they had a big event down there, so it was lovely to get back down there and enjoy. Right, let's pop that to one side. And then I have got this longer rectangle. Right, so what I'm going to do now, a little bit crooked, but that's okay. I'm having one of those days, I think. Now I'm just going to add some Stamp and Seal to the top and bottom. Just going to make sure that that's straight. Then I'm just going to grab my paper that I've cut and concertina it, and I'm going to just pop that one at the top like so. And then, I was going to stamp on there first, never mind, I'm sure we can still do it. I need to come over a little bit more. Just want that to fit in to that hole. There we go. And run that down about there and cut that off. There we go. Okay, right, we'll do the stamping now. It's going to be thank you. So what I am using is the Beautifully Happy, which is in celebration and free with qualifying purchase just to the end of the month. The flowers are beautiful and the sentiments are gorgeous as well. And I just wanted to make the most of that. Okay, I'm going to put a little bee up there. Oh, thank you, Gina. It'll sit down in a minute when we... Now, just a little tip I'll show you. Because I forgot to stamp before I popped this on, I have got a little bit of letters missing. So I'm just going to get my stamping right, and with a steady hand, she says, I'm going to just go over those, and you will never know the difference. Okay, I have got just a basic white card base. Inside I've just got the balmy blue matte and some of that beautiful foil DSP. Right. Put that on. Now I'm just going to run a piece of the tear and tape down there. That's just going to hold that concertina section down. But this is going to be popped up on dimensionals. So just using this side bit here. Right, let's pop some more in here. some close to the edge. So that just keeps that up a little bit. And I'll just cut a little one for down. So no one's used these foil papers for anything? I'd forgotten I had them actually, and I was looking for something else and found them. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? But yeah. They are gorgeous. Right. Peel all these off. Been one of those days today. That's all right, we're allowed them. We all have them. It's just another great way to highlight your papers as well, really, because it really makes a feature of them. Let me just trim that down. Oops. Oh, you don't have them. Now, I think if you went to On Stage, I think we got them at On Stage. Right, I'm just getting rid of that little bit of paper at the top. Now, the trick is now to get these on straight. Really wants to stick to me today. Right. Now I'm just going to press that down on the tape that I popped down, and that then stays. And of course I need some bling, and I might use some of those gold flowers too. Grab them. Okay, match in with that gold. All right. Let's leave the sticky behind. Come back and get that one later. Honestly, I just seem to be having everything stick to me, don't I? On this, actually I might do it that way. There we go. These are just so gorgeous, these metal, you get gold and silver, and they're very heavy. They're very, very sturdy. And put that on there. That one there. And there you have another use for your designer series paper. It doesn't take much. Whoops. And you can just use any designer series paper. I've used some of these ones. These are papers from Celebration. Such a wonderful effect and such an easy thing to do, and so effective. It just looks like a beautiful concertinaed, beautiful pattern of colour, which I just thought was fabulous. So I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry about the echo at the beginning, and thank you so much for joining me. Please share the video if you're watching on Facebook, and join me again next week. Thank you so much for stopping by. See you later.